find a reason to use it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. A goal for today, 200 likes and 100 comments. You know, a lot of people, I'm finding out more and more every day that people outside of my knowledge watch these videos. Coolest thing that I found out recently, so my uncle is a ROTC instructor in South Georgia, and some of his ROTC like members watch my channel down there. So, you know, I'll shout out to the syrup makers in Cairo, the Cartersville, and not Cartersville, it's Cairo in Cairo. So shout out to you guys if y'all end up seeing this video. I came back home to Tallahassee this weekend, and obviously you can tell by the title of what we're talking about today, but it makes me, you know, I'm back at Dad's house. He's sitting over here watching me look stupid, talk to a camera, and I was thinking like, dang, I was looking at my truck in the driveway, and I'm like, dang, I've had this truck for almost 7 years now. Because I got the truck in 2015. So I had the truck for 7 years, and I don't care about talking about this. I only owe like $2,300 on the truck now or something. It'll be paid off in a couple of months. Kind of cool. But I've had this Mcgaughys kit for like 4 years now. I've been on YouTube 4 years. It's October 28th, no, 30th, 29th, October 29th today. And I've had this lift kit for 4 years because I got it in June of 18. So yeah, a little 4.5 years almost. I've had this lift kit, and a lot of people, one of the biggest questions I get at the shop and just on YouTube in general is FTS or Mcgaughys, which I prefer. And me, myself, I feel like I'm a testament to Mcgaughys at this point. Something that's super cool to me, and me and Jake had figured this out a couple of months ago, is when I did this video on the opposite side of town here in Tallahassee talking about why I feel like you should buy a Mcgaughys kit. And Jake, way before I ended up meeting him, had watched that video, and that's why Jake has the Mcgaughys kit on his Tahoe, which I'll pop up on the screen. Most of you guys have seen that truck. And I ultimately got my Mcgaughys kit because of JW Montoya. If you guys don't know who that is, I'll put him up on the screen. Shout out to him and his YouTube channel. Jake has a YouTube channel as well. And I'll try, if I remember, to put them all in the description. But I did a 2-year review video. Now we're over 4 years, still rocking with the same lift kit, still representing the same lift kit. I got the KG1 shirt on today, which doesn't mean anything, but other than the fact that I kind of want some KG1s on my truck. But really the goal of today's video was to talk about my experiences over the last 4 years while having a Mcgaughys kit. Not only having just the Mcgaughys kit, but having a lift kit in general, the same lift kit for 4 years. Why? It's my first time using a portable battery on my charger, so my camera's dead. But what? Stuff in the background. No, look, you got my dad's got his setup in the yard over here. Trying not to show anybody's license plates or anything, or not license plates, but anybody's address or anything. Look at this truck driving by. The lifted trucks around here. I've seen a couple of lifted trucks around here while I've been down here. So I've had the same lift kit for 4 years, and I know a lot of people, when they're buying lift kits, think about longevity. You know, why should I buy this lift kit? How's it going to be in a year? How's it going to be in 2 years? Most people may not have a truck for that long, but how's it going to be in 4 years is the point today. And so I'll say this before I jump into my lift kit, because this is all going to be a Mcgaughys video. I love FTS's lift kits. The biggest compliment that I'll give to FTS, there's a huge, I mean, you can go back and forth with whichever one. There's pros and cons to both. FTS is a lot more customizable. So that's one of the best things about FTS. I love FTS as a brand, but that's what I'll say about FTS, and we'll move on from that. They're a lot more customizable in terms of the way the add-ons and things you can subtract from their kit, and colors and chrome and all kinds of stuff like that. So FTS, great company. Love the people over there. Shout out to Mark from FTS. If you're wanting something a little more customizable, FTS is the way to go. But outside of that, Mcgaughys is a lift kit that you can go on their website, you can pick out a part number and get that part number, those boxes shipped to your shop, house, whatever you want, and it goes immediately onto your truck. There's no customization needed. You can literally read the notes on their website, purchase a lift kit. I mean, it's dummy proof at this point, obviously, as long as you've done something similar before. But you know, ultimately you can go on their website, pick out a lift kit, order it, bam, and you have everything that you need. In it this time? So I get crap about this all the time. So I get a lot of comments about Rams in the videos, right? They want to see more Rams, they want to see more Toyotas, right? So my dad drives a Ram 1500, new body style Ram 1500. So all of you Ram people that are in the videos, they're like, oh, he never shows any Rams. My dad has a Ram, okay? So y'all can leave me alone until the end of time now, because my dad has a Ram. And then we've also got, if y'all remember this truck, single cab up here too. So the single cab outlasted the Cateye on the channel. Cateye's no more, and I brought him a little souvenir from the wreck. I had, if you guys had seen that video, there's a spot where I took part of the grill and threw it in the back of my truck from where the car hit me, so I gave that to him to put on the wall today. But some of the biggest questions that you guys are going to have, and one of the biggest concerns that most people have when driving a big lifted truck like this, is what's going to wear out over time. So I had lifted my truck, and I had the factory up control arms, ball joints, CV axles, all that stuff, right? All of the issues I've had with my truck over the years have been because of me, not because of the lift kit. So my differential, my CV axles, you know, stuff like that that's gone out has ultimately been my fault, not the lift kit's fault, right? It's me putting my truck in four-wheel drive. It's me doing dumb stuff that I shouldn't be doing, and ultimately that's why it's messed up. But since I've had this truck, since this lift kit has been on, the only issues I have with the truck right now, other than my catalytic converters, my rack and pinion bushings are bad, so you can feel that knock, and you know, my steering gear is getting a little bit of play in it as well. But ultimately, the lift kit itself is still beautiful. Now it's got some paint chips and some rock chips and stuff like that, but ultimately the lift kit is still 100%. If you look at the wearable parts that Mcgaughys offers with their kits, the control arm bushings are all still good. Now I'm missing camber pins and stuff, but that's obviously not Mcgaughys' fault. So I'm missing camber pins and stuff, but the ball joints are still good. I will throw in there that the front hubs are still beautiful. No play in the front hubs. These are still factory GM hubs from 7 years ago. I did clean off my cross member this morning just because I wanted to make sure to, you know, show some love to Mcgaughys not with a dirty cross member. So I did clean my cross member off this morning. The rest of the truck is freaking nasty. I got forged wheels that are probably never going to shine. Look how just freaking terrible. It's rough. It really is. I need to clean my truck really bad. Maybe I'll do that this week. One of the biggest concerns that I remember people having back in the day when this lift kit was really popular, or this body style was popular, was the powder coat problems that I remember seeing with some of the silver Mcgaughys kits. Now, I personally had never experienced this problem. I had, you know, heard of some things, but me myself, I've never experienced it. Any of the paint chips or any of the powder coat chips are from, you know, jacks being on the bottom for so long, or just rock chips that happen over time. The only thing I can say is I know that, you know, we've installed well over a couple hundred Mcgaughys kits at the shop, and we've never had a powder coat problem from Mcgaughys. So if, you know, you're thinking about ordering a kit and you've heard just from some Joe Blow that they have powder coat problems, I would not believe any bit of it, because I've never had a problem. And I've spoken to them. I know exactly how they powder coat their stuff, and there's no possible way for a flaw in quality with their powder coat. So the lift kit looks good, but how does it ride though? What kind of noises does it make? There's only so many things on this lift kit that could be causing problems, right? You got all of your wearable parts. 99% of your lift kits, other than the way they're designed, might have a couple of small variations. 99% of your lift kits aren't ever going to have problems unless, you know, I've heard of people breaking spindles, or, you know, I'm pretty sure Jake got hit by a deer one time and broke a spindle. You know, it would take something, you know, outside of the normal driving, in my opinion, unless you're the one in a million, to break a wearable part on the truck, other than a sway bar and link or something like that, right? So ball joints are good. Control arm bushings are good. Only other thing inside this lift kit that came with the lift kit that's never been replaced that could have a problem is the strut. Now, like I said, I've had this lift kit on here for 4 years. The struts aren't looking the best, by no means. They don't look the best, but they don't squeak. And I actually had a rough country lift kit before this, and it squeaked like hell. I love rough country lift kits. Nothing wrong with them. Customer service is great. Warranties are great. Everything about their kit's great, and the prices are phenomenal. But I put a rough country 6-inch lift kit on this truck, and it squeaked like crazy, and I could never explain it. I don't know what it was. I took it to the dealership multiple times, had it retorqued multiple times, and I could never get it to stop squeaking. I don't know what it was. And I also, for a long time, had an issue with the rear leaf springs squeaking on this truck that I could never figure out. But that also finally just went away after time. So ultimately, there's nothing on the truck that came from Mcgaughys that I've ever had an issue with. Honestly, it kind of surprises me over the, you know, four and a half years that I've had this lift kit now, that I haven't had more problems, because I've really put this truck through some crap. You know, I've done a decent amount of off-roading when I first got the truck when I was living in Florida. You know, I've taken it through a decent amount of mud. It's got a lot of miles on it. I mean, I've got over 200,000 miles on the truck. I drive the truck all over the place. So the fact that I haven't had more issues really surprises me, which is just a testament, you know, to the lift kit. It's a testament to Nitto tires. It's a testament to, you know, just the quality of the work that was done when they put it on, because I don't install most of my own stuff. The only thing that I install myself that always has problems is the wheel lights. So that tells you enough about that. Somebody needs to take my damn debit card away from me, because this is becoming a problem. But I did get a water though, so I mean, it balances out a little bit, right? The nacho fries be hitting. The point of this video is, if you're trying to decide whether or not you should get a Mcgaughys kit, you definitely should. For no other reason than Alex said so. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Let's get this bread.